grin on his face as well. Not necessarily known for this pick.
I mean, a pick, frankly, that he has avoided, but he has played in the past and has given us some pretty decent performance. Bro just... Ooh, nice shove. For some pressure more, Faker's flash still down. He used his charm.
Charm doesn't actually hit onto anything at all, but Owner is moving in here. Threaded volley doing a fair bit of work as Croco just trying to bide his time as now Faker getting on in there, and Croco is in so much trouble. He flashes, he finds the Q! And the monkey will live! The doggos don't find the daggers either, and Closer is now looking to finish off Owner if he can. Carrier comes in, and that is going to be the cow saying no to all these shenanigans.
Anywhere as well. Once again, solid early is Faker. Where are you at?
Oh dear.
Rocks are down.
Yeah, the rocks go down, and Faker not going to be able to do too much about getting out of the way of this one. It's good charm onto Closer, but I don't think it's going to save him, and it, in fact, it does not. There is yet another kill. Faker 0.
But Doran potentially aware of this. See what he decides to do. They're going to get a plate at worst case scenario, but I think they're going to get a Jace too. As here comes the Wukong.
Yes, I think Doran getting the idea that he's going to have to try and clear out the wave. The Ghoulie Wall comes down, the arrow sails on through, so does the True Shot Barrage, that's pretty cute. Faker's teleport, just that little bit too late, not going to be able to save the Jace. Morgan just needs like 2 Qs and this is dead.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, he's going to get this Demolish proc he didn't get a second ago, and it's just gone. Yep, that doesn't cancel teleports anymore, so he may be dead.
Well, he's just going to teleport himself because he knows, oh, the charm has to land, but it does not get it there in time.
And so Faker trades this while Closer was showing there on the bottom lane and tried to make something happen for this Herald, but they instead kind of slow-played it. Faker was a very long rotation down to the bottom lane. And now Morgan's going to get this turret for free. He doesn't need the Herald for this one. And I don't know if Faker will be able to say the same about this bottom turret. He has Owner with him.
Side lane pressure is always going to be there.
Yeah, and T1 are not known to be down 2 turrets at 20 minutes, you know? This is a quite unusual situation as Morgan.
It's a really long lane, by the way. There's the Morning Mist, and there is the Ghoulie Wall. Doran is just dead. He didn't even need to shovel him.
Solo kill.
Yeah, that was, well, it was more of like that's actually what it was.
You know, if Hype stole the kill with the arrow, I don't know if we'd feel good or bad about it.
I think we'd just have a giggle.
Yeah.
That's probably where I'd be at. As, yeah, Morgan's like, okay, my minions are better than yours, Morgan.
I mean, he's so big. He has Shojins.
Yeah, look at this.
He kills him if he doesn't
He's able to flip out of there. But now it's Gumayusi's turn. Faker comes in. Great sidestep. I think Morgan is definitely dead, but he's demonstrating that he's pretty scary. Gets a bunch of his health back. He's running around in circles. The Ghoulie Wall is cute. And the Maiden is going to go down. So Maidenless and dead is Morgan, but Otacon is also dead.
Yeah, I liked it when he killed Doran. That was the good part. The rest
that was the good part.
Was kind of cool because they got Otacon. It looked a little bit funny, but so many people have to come to deal with the side lane pressure threat. That is exactly what you want with your side laner.
If Doran dies again, then it's 100% worth, as he has to go in because he knows that he's dead. Good flash comes out there, but Closer puts himself in. The Cyclone from Croco is extraordinary, and they just keep the doggo in the sky, and Closer survives.
Yeah, on target all Z, and the dog was flying, and then down.
Yep, and now Faker is looking to get a dive onto Closer here. Seismic Shove actually headbutted into. That was so weird.
My mid laner!
Yeah, they are all defending Closer. Saving private Closer. That's kind of the way here for the bros, I guess.
And so many T1 members top side, and guess who's on the bottom side split pushing and looking for an inner turret with Demolish procs at the ready? It's my man Morgan.
Yep, and now Doran is fighting Croco. I think my money's on Croco if it's a fair 1v1. As Morgan, yeah, just, like this is just gone. The Maiden going to be put back together. Morgan no longer Maidenless as he gets this wave put together once more. I mean, Paulo also standing his ground against Owner. That is a sign of how this...
Bro can lose this game, but it just doesn't look like they're interested in losing this game. They are not letting control of sides at all this game. They're playing so well.
Oh my God, how did the Seismic Shove work?
And I just don't see the way back into the game for T1 unless they make a mistake.
Oh, there's a flash forward as over the wall goes Croco. He's got another section of Cyclone here. I'm pretty sure there it is. He uses it to make his escape. The Seismic Shove delivers the dog over towards the bros. They will say thanks for that one. It's not the hot dog this time around, but they're going to still say it's delicious as Doran looking to try and finish off Paulo here, but he's made it to safety.
And they're trying to burst this one down, and even Morgan's getting involved, but this is a scary angle here for Bro.
Yeah, Bro really want the turn, and they are going to find it here as down goes the Talia. Morgan gets in amongst it, though, as the Ghoulie Wall is down. Paulo looking to try and make something happen. The flash forward from Hype, he's crazy, but it just might work. As down goes Gumayusi in that backline. Morgan is making sure no one else can get in here. And it is Doran and Guma both on the ground. And the
T1 is the tennis ball that Bro keep pulling from side lane to side lane. And now looking for more onto Faker. Good charm.
Yeah, and now Faker is kind of in a box. They do put the wall down, but the seismic shove going to pull him back, and man, he had absolutely nowhere to go. Down goes the Fox Lady.
I mean, who's going to deal with Yorick now, by the way? Morgan's level 16.
I don't really have anyone to elect for that one. Is Polo going to stop Ona from getting on top of him? And
would you pick
the
inhibitor turret? Can you think the inhibitor turret can deal with Morgan? I don't think so. I don't think this inhibitor turret's got it, man. I don't think so.
Doran is shoveling, man, and he's shoveling strongly. Doran comes on over.
What they can do when Bro don't make mistakes and play the macro game perfectly, using the Talia so well.
Well, Faker is, yeah, speaking of caster curses, they are real. And the arrow going to connect onto Carrier, who uses the ultimate to deny it. So down goes Closer. Polo going to taxi on the crab and does manage to evict the doggo. But the Bros now in a whole lot of trouble. One after the other, they are going down. As at least it was the decoy that fell there. The flash charm going to be able to pick up Croco, but the Ghoulie wall will just deny. Owner able to front flip his way out. But there is the Warrior Trickster from Croco. He has to use the flash as well, though, as Ona going to get slowed down. There's the Blast Cone. Morgan just getting amongst it. And he puts a Ghoulie wall down. That's going to make sure that even the Maiden survives.
I mean, there's a potential Baron angle here if they're confident enough to do so.
Yeah, Croco is still up, but you're right. With 3 versus 5, I don't think Bro can fight for it.
I just don't think Croco can reasonably get there. I think they have enough damage here at this point. Shojin is done for Guma to burst this one down. We're going to see the teleport coming through, but it is a Yorick. Carry is holding the line here on the edge. Hype can't get through, and T1 off of the skirmish will take the Baron.
Yep, teleport going to come in from Closer. We'll see how many Barons they can actually take off the map, off the back end of this one. I think Doran is definitely dead, as they're just trying to work out whether they can get anyone else. So here's the consolation Jace, and T1 absolutely happy.
I wonder if Bro could just push this naked inhibitor in the bottom lane and try to take that out before T1 can get reset here. Send somebody down there. Faker teleports to the turret. Arrow?
Yeah, going to get the ulti out of Faker. Should mean that this inner turret is going to fall down. So against the flow of play, Bro going to be able to at least get this one back. The Rebel Baron power play
kill it. Yorick deals with it. Now Doran's just alone inside. Almost got the turret. Good try.
Dearie me. Well, there goes the shield.
You don't have turrets.
Heroic charge comes on in. Weaver's Wall going to block him off, so that is just a free kill onto the Jace.
I mean, there's turrets everywhere for Bro. Like, T1 only got the mid turret. Every other turret is alive. So Doran has to go so deep and like can't kill the turret, then he's just cut off by a Weaver's Wall, and that's the inhibitor. You know, it's just stuff like this that is Bro running circles around what is it, a very attempted Baron power play, but barely in the positives. Faker picks up that top side turret, they're second of the game. But Bro are like, cool, it's your Baron, we're getting more. Inhibitor down, and now threatening the mid inhibitor turret as Faker returns home, but this is the end of the Baron, and it's not a positive.
It's not, and the arrow going to connect on to Carrier, who doesn't press the ulti button, holds onto that one intelligently as well. There's now Morgan throwing out some mist, but as you can see, it's Hype getting to work on the second inhibitor for the Bros. And the base is getting so small here for T1. They just don't seem to have too many answers. And they're putting the Yorick into the only other side of the map that does have an inhibitor. As I say that, he's teleporting into the mid lane because there is a sole point to fight for. Ona goes untargetable to avoid the arrow. And we'll have that one back off cooldown relatively quickly. Morgan moving on over. Remember, the Hullbreaker not doing as much at this point in time now that he's grouped with the rest of his team. They do want to make sure that they can confirm this dragon, and all they have to do is wait.
Yeah, there's a huge wave in the top lane that Doran is dealing with. He can teleport over. Super minions starting to stack up 2 of them in the bottom lane. I don't think T1 can win this, or maybe a steal.
Crucial Barrage was cute.
Fairly close.
Yeah, not quite enough, but yeah, as you say, closer than a win there, which is like the best way to pay your bro tax. Highlight the bro flags.
The 4-1 here is so insanely strong, and trying to peel off to kill Morgan is just not realistic.
And also, when you've got 2 inhibitors down, it just makes this play so comfortable. The Unbreakable Will onto Carrier there as the Charm will connect as Morgan is making his way over, but I don't think you're winning that 1v1 as the flash forward from Polo is massive. The triple knock-up from Croco as well on this Wukong. Gumayushi goes down and Carrier alongside him. And Doran, of course, is dead at the same time. Faker still in this 1v1 as the Blast Cone might save his life. And the popcorn for Dagon is tasting better and better as the Bros look to knock down the Nexus and bring us to a Game 3. Oh, what a day for a 6-gamer, Wolf.
Oh man, back-to-backs, in fact.